Even in our morning show, if you remember, I had said that Ravindra Jadeja is as good a batter as anybody. In the last test match also, when he was getting a lot of flack, I had said the same. And multiple times on the show, in fact, you guys have asked me about Kuldeep Yadav, and I have said England, because they bat deep, India needs to match that, and that extra batter in Washington Sundar is essential for India. I hope that point is now well made. That partnership with Nitish Reddy, who has justified his inclusion with both bat and ball, and that partnership with Washington Sundar got India level. How many times have you seen two teams level at the end of day 3? 387, 387. That kind of sets up the match. Indian win, possibility. English win, possibility. Draw, also a big possibility. The thing about an Indian win will depend on what India does at the start of day 4. 3 to 4 wickets ahead of lunch, all of a sudden the game can open up big time.
Right, now you said that India's strategy was going to play a major role. What are your comments on the batting of the Indian tail?
See, what do you mean by the tail? Are you saying 9, 10, 11? Then there is nothing to talk about. Because clearly England had added 110 runs, and because of the presence of Brydon Cast at 9. And we know that, don't we? That Akashdeep, Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj will not be able to do that. And we've said that multiple times, that India bat till 8, England bat till 9. Now, if you add from 7, so if you add from Washington Sundar, and then you also Nitish Reddy and Washington Sundar, then you have a lot to talk about. So, 254 for 5. Think about leads. 5, and all of a sudden everybody goes off. Here, 254 for 5, 326 for 6 means 70 run stand. 326 for 6, 370 something for 6, another 50 run stand. So the Indian 6th and 7th added 130 runs or 125-30 runs, absolute massive runs. So when you say tail, you should say lower, middle and tail, because if you only take the tail, then it looks bad. But then you have to take, you have to play to your strengths, and India's strength is that 7th and that 8th wicket partnership, which has done the job for India time and again.
Right, and KL Rahul is having his moment as well. He's just behind Dilip Vengsarkar in the list of most century makers at Lords. How do you see his contributions?
Yeah, KL Rahul, sensational. How many times have we said it? Yesterday also we said on the show that KL Rahul, the way he was batting, he will get 100. He looked possessed. How many times was he beaten? Hardly. Those beautiful shots through the offside, through the onside. I thought his mental framework was a little disturbed with that Rishabh Pant run out. Otherwise, he could have gotten a big one. But that 100 was magic. Absolutely classic test match batting. 2021 got 100. 2025 got 100. Loves this ground. Twice on the honours board. And KL Rahul, yes, Dilip Vengsarkar, 1979, 1982, 1986. KL Rahul twice as well. Very, very good innings. In every sense, that Rahul innings held it together. Till 254, he was out there. It held it together. On the other side, 150 odd runs were scored, meaning how KL was the pivot or the fulcrum around which the others were revolving. Very, very good innings from KL Rahul.
Right, and speaking of Rishabh Pant, what's the update on his injury? Talk to us about the quality of his 74 as well.
Pant's injury, he is feeling the pain. Make no mistake, it is not easy to overcome swelling or pain. Even when he was batting 3 times, Kuldeep Yadav came in and the others came in with medicine and with everything else. So you've got to understand that when you get hit in a day, thank God there has been no fracture or anything like that. It was a bruise, but he will feel that pinch. He will feel that pain. And there, when you understand that despite the pain, the man got 74, went and hit straight 6s, hooked for a 6, you understand how tremendous as a competitor he is, and his pain threshold is abnormally high. Rishabh Pant's innings of 74, I thought, was an absolute gem. That's the word I will use. An absolute gem of an innings from Rishabh Pant.
Right, and before we let you go, while Pant and Rahul were batting, England had deployed negative tactics. It had 7 fielders on the leg side, and Gavaskar in fact had called it a bodyline tactic, and he in fact was asking the ICC to look into it. What are your thoughts on this?
You can say that England went into the defensive, had 7 fielders. All of that stuff is valid, but what do you expect? You know, that's part of cricket. It's part of the laws. England tried it because Pant and Rahul had taken the game away. India had scored more than 100 runs in the pre-lunch session. Had that freakish run out not happened, that brain fade moment from India not happened, India would have taken control. So England had to stem the flow of runs. I know where Mr. Gavaskar is coming saying, oh, you can't do this, but it is still within the laws of the game, and England had to do something to control India. Otherwise, with Pant out there, it is impossible to control a team. So that's how you have to view it. More importantly, for me, what is important is that last over. The spice in the last over, the Crawley versus Bumrah moment, Siraj running in, it has set up day 4. Set up day 4 in such a beautiful manner. The spice this series was lacking, the verbal banter, the little bit of abuse being thrown at each other, jibes and, you know, all of that stuff is now there. So day 4 will be a cracker when there will be a lot more banter and a lot more give, here and take. And Shubman Gill leading that charge for India has set it up quite beautifully.